Did you just take a pre-show selfie?
I was taking a picture of us for the Instagrams because I have not posted anything on there yet.
That's okay. I meant to tell you, thank you for posting for me the other day. You just got into the Twix and you were like, everybody, there's a new show up. I was so happy. I was like, oh my God, there's a new show. I got to go listen.
I was like, I haven't seen notifications of Ryan's or our Tab Pod's Twix activity. So I'm like, let me just post this on there.
I agree. That was clutch. Welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at takeabreathpod. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe however you ingest it. Whether it's through the audio form, please give us 5 stars on the rating and reviewing. Whether it's on the YouTube, just like and subscribe. But the biggest thing of all, just because we're small and we're trying to grow, if you could please share anything to anyone. You know, if you are on YouTube, hit the share button. If you're on a podcast, get on some social media, Instagram, whatever, share it on there. Just be like, hey, I listen to this. You know, and then also, we always like to ask our fans, eavesdroppers, talking to you, if you're at work, or no, actually, if you're just out and about, if you're in the car, if you're at the park, if you're in the grocery store, just stop what you're doing and just say, listen to a conversation with Judy and Ryan. And then keep walking. You don't have to explain yourself. Just keep walking. Now, if you're at work, we never want you to get in trouble. We would never want that. So instead of just yelling and getting your manager to be like, oh, can't yell around here, just do an all-staff email to every single person, executives included, and just in the subject matter put, listen to a conversation with Judy and Ryan. I'm not going to tell you to put anything in the body of the chat, but if you want to, go ahead, throw an F in there. I'm just saying.
Just throw an F in there. If you know, you know.
Did you find out what that is yet?
No.
No, I figured that Keith knew, honestly, and that he would have told you by now. No. Keith was probably like, I don't know what the fuck that is. Don't put me in with you, loser, okay, with your stupid Fs.
He's like, I barely get school emails. Like,
no, it's, oh my God. This is so good. This is so good. So real quick before we get into the show, I wanted to talk to you, Judy, about, it's 6 months into the year already.
It is. Wow, we're like halfway there.
Right. And I want to do a check-in with you real quick about how your New Year's resolution is going. And when I asked you about this the other day, you had forgotten what it was.
I sure did.
Did you, since then, have you remembered? No?
I listened. I got to about halfway in our New Year's episode where you said, oh, we're going to talk about our New Year's resolution. And then I got home.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh, there we go.
Oh, man. All right. Well, yeah. I remember what mine was.
Okay.
Mine, because I deal with self-confidence issues, and I think we have an intruder. Oh, what's going on?
I don't know.
You don't know? I feel like someone's pants are down and somebody's waving at you.
It's something like that.
Oh! Is he getting a little helicopter action going? Yeah, it's a real man! Check out a real man at TBPOD. Let's go!
Okay, bye.
Was he hitting you with the helicopter?
No, stop.
Oh. So, going back to
I'm sorry.
going back to the show.
Yes.
Mine was to be less humble, right? Because I've dealt with a lot of self-doubt. But you know what? When I actually go back and I look at the numbers, there's a lot more wins than there are W's. Or there's a lot more wins than there are W's.
I was like, wait, what?
There's a lot more wins than there are losses.
Okay.
When I go back and I actually do some tallying, especially when you actually factor in time, because I listen to a guy named Nick Wright for a lot of sports stuff, and he says that there are 3 types of opinions that he has. Ones that he's just flat out correct on. 2 that he may seem incorrect on, but eventually will be proven to be right, like given time. And then the 3rd one, just flat out incorrect. So when I go back and tally, I got a lot of 1s and 2s and not a bunch of 3s. So mine was to be less humble, right? Mm-hmm. Which is kind of perfect because when I looked up what it meant to be less humble, one of the things that came up was to be lordly.
Right.
Right?
I remember. Mm-hmm.
So I realized the other day, though, that I really have not been living up to my New Year's resolution, right? Because, yes, we all know who I am, that I am the Lord. I haven't been letting people know as much as I should. So, in honor of that, I would like to announce my coronation as I am now Lord Drizzle King.
How can you be a lord and a king at the same time, though?
Because I'm that good. That's how. That's right. I lord and I'm the king, okay?
Okay.
Whichever I need to be. If I need to be more humble, I'm just a lord. I'm a man of the people. If I need to actually throw some shit down, I'm a king and I make decisions. Oh, that was a little.
Don't mess up your crown now, Lord.
The king can do what he wants. This is just 40% of me yelling right at you. I never realized. You brought it to my attention last week. Okay. So Judy, now that we've gotten through that stuff, I had to make the announcement for, my new nickname. That was bestowed upon me. I did not give it to myself. Bestowed.
Yeah.
You had some venting to do. And I'm here for it anytime you have to vent. So I'm just going to sit back. I got my water. You hit me with what you got to vent about.
All right. So it's about people and social media. So what we know typically with social media is that everybody loves to brag about something that they have. They want to show off what they're eating, where they're traveling, blah, 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 all the good stuff, right? That's what we typically see on our social medias. Unfortunately for me, I have friends. Well, I wouldn't say they're friends, acquaintances on Facebook who all their posts about.
That's your first mistake, though. No matter what you say, it's Facebook.
I know it's always Facebook.
God damn
I get it. But that's the only form that they like to use. They don't like to. I mean, look, you like to use Twix when you can, right? Right. That's your outlet. This is their outlet. It's Facebook.
Right. No, I'm not saying.
Else.
I'm not saying that they shouldn't have that outlet. I'm saying it's your fault for being on Facebook.
For being on it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's like when you go to the bad part of town at night and you're like, I don't know why I got mugged. You knew you shouldn't have been there.
True. But anyway, let me go back. This one particular person, I tell Keith about all the bad things that has happened to them. And I go, oh, listen to this. One day I'll talk about how, this person is sick. Like, I feel like they're always sick. There's like, they have fevers, they have strep, it's always one thing after another. And now it's like, they're like, oh, my car broke down. Like, oh, I have a flat tire. And I was just like, damn, girl, can you not? Like,
What?
I don't know why. Like, why do they have this need to tell the world of all these things that are happening?
I mean,
are they trying to seek like sympathy? Or
initially I was gonna say yes. It sounds like it's someone who wants to get sympathy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, it does sound like this person had some fucked up shit happening to him.
But like every day.
Maybe times are tough out there. Look, in the next half of the show, I'm doing a whole expose. I got it right here. I'm doing a whole expose about how the last 20 years was the fucking worst. Okay? Terrible. So maybe this person's just got a real bad couple days going.
A couple days, years?
Oh, years? Oh, okay.
I really don't know. And as much as I've like I want to say something like, damn, girl, my bad. Like, sorry you're going through this, but like, again?
So my next question for you then is, why don't you just not block them, but can't you like mute their stuff?
Oh yeah. You can mute posts.
So
like, I don't want to see posts
stuff?
from this person. I have. It's on. I think on Facebook
coming.
it tells. Yes, it's like, mute this person for 30 days, and 30 days ends, and.
Oh God.
But I don't. Yeah, it's really weird to me that they choose to do that side of their life instead of the good things that's happening to. I don't know.
I mean, I'll put it this way.
It's just different.
This is why I stay away from social media, because I think it's toxic in a bunch of different ways. Ways in which, there's the obvious ways. You're good. Ways in which it's the obvious ways of just people are dicks. But then also, like, if you just see people all day, every day that are taking perfect pictures of their perfect vacations and their perfect day of not having to do anything because they have this amazing lifestyle or whatever, that's depressing too, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know anyone in my life that doesn't have to put in a 9 to 5. So the fact that other people out there don't, like, I'm just saying for me. So, I don't like it either way, but I can understand if it comes off to you as them feeling like they want some people to feel bad for them. You sweating over there?
I am. I'm like, I was like, why am I so shiny? So then I have to turn my fan on.
Keith came in with the helicopter action.
Anyways, but it's also just hot out here. It was like 90 plus degrees. So I was like, damn, girl.
No, that's fair. So I'm sorry that you're dealing with, people on Facebook. But I mean, like, it's people on Facebook. Everything, when it comes to social media, everything bad
is on Facebook.
in a public forum, because 4chan is like a whole different thing, right?
Does 4chan still exist? I thought it was shut down.
No, it's there. You can find it. But I'm saying, like, 4chan type places, black market or dark web, that's a whole different thing. But as far as just publicness, this is like going on the New York subway. This is the New York subway of social medias, is Facebook. Just all the nastiness. Everything terrible about it is right there. Name a section of it and it's the worst. Oh, you want to hear about politics? Facebook is the worst. You want to buy something? Facebook is the worst. The only good thing that Facebook has ever been good for is that it will tell you when people's birthdays are. But then Alexa came in and said, "Hold my beer."
Wait, does Alexa tell you birthdays?
Yeah, because I ended up like turning off my alerts from Facebook, and thankfully, Alexa started telling me birthdays. So I don't know. I don't know who where she's getting those
how,
birthdays
yeah,
from.
like,
Yeah,
where did
but
she
she
get
got
them?
them. You click the terms and services somewhere. Oh, all right.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
now, going from what I would say is one pet peeve of yours with this social media thing into what is considered a pet peeve for a lot of people, Jason Kelce was in the news this week.
Yeah.
He was in the news this week for... Now, this does him dirty, in my opinion, because this picture... Look, it says Jason Kelce hasn't washed his hair in months, calls it completely unnecessary, but then they also have a picture of him, if you're seeing at takeabreathpod. It's him in a mullet. Like, this is him from, like, this is pre-COVID Jason Kelce. Okay?
Yeah.
He hasn't had hair like that in forever.
Yeah.
But basically, in the article, it goes on to talk about how Jason is a believer of when you are washing yourself, you only need to get what he would say are the trouble areas or the danger zones or the hot zones, right? And so it's essentially like your armpits, your groin, your butt, and then like if you're a bigger dude, any flaps, right?
Mm-hmm. Rolls, yeah.
Yeah. So you do all those, and then everything else, you just let like the natural soap of your body and the water in the shower do its job. How do you, I don't want to say anything yet. How do you feel about this?
I don't like it. Now, okay, let me just say, on Twitter, this is a very hot topic. People talk about this at least once a month. Like, they get riled up about
Showers?
how other people bathe. Okay. There's like, there's the people who argue the same thing that Jason does, like the hot zones. There's people on the other side who are like me. I say, nah, bro, like you get, I don't use a wash rag. I use one of those like Japanese bath towels.
Okay.
I don't know if you know what those are.
I have no idea.
Love.
I use a beach towel, okay?
To wash yourself?
No, oh no, to dry myself. I skipped the washing. My bad.
I'm like, why are you? I'm like, wait, you bring
why are you in there with a beach towel? Gotta scrub. You gotta scrub the whole thing.
I guess you don't want a wash rag. You just go straight to a beach towel.
God.
But
sorry,
no, so
that's what I get for trying to do two things at once. My bad. Won't happen again. But no, I don't. I dry myself with a beach towel. So you use a Japanese washcloth?
Yeah. So they're
or a Japanese towel?
Yeah, it's a net. It looks like a net.
That's why I got confused.
And it's like it's scrubbed. So you put like your shower gel on it, and then you scrub your whole body with it, type thing.
Okay.
Because that's how I've always just showered, or like with the those sponge loofah things. All over. And so it always like dumbfounds me when someone says like, "Why do you do that?" I go, "What do you mean? What do you do?"
Okay, so I guess it would depend on.
Like,
I guess it would depend on what parts of the body we are talking about, right? So, because like for me, look, Jason Kelce, and this is for his head specifically, right? He's got short hair. Like water will pretty much get rid of like any sweat, and it's not like he's sitting in mud. So there's not a ton of extra dirt is my point. So like for his head, I think that water is just fine. Like, yeah, maybe it's greasier or whatever than it should be because you're not washing it, but his hair is so short, it doesn't matter. Right. So really for me, it comes down to like your feet, right? Because what other part of the body are we talking about if we've taken out armpits, groin, butt? Like, what other part are we talking about? Are you talking about your knees? Gotta make sure you soap them knees up. Like soapy knees in my house.
I don't know. I just think it's weird. Like, so you just go in the shower, do your thing, and then that's it? Like, that's what
taking
I'm saying.
a
like,
shower is. Like,
No, but I mean, I
I'm
soak
confused now.
everything. I'll soak my arms, you know,
Right.
like I'll take. So I'm like, but why would you not do that? I mean, I get
Because
it
to
doesn't
him,
smell.
no, because to him, the fact that he's soaping those areas, right, is doing enough that combined with just the water coming down on him gets the majority of everything off, like the runoff effect, essentially. So that's what I was saying. To me, the debate actually comes down to it. You can argue the head thing. I would prefer if he hit that bitch with some shampoo like once a month. But like we can argue that. But to me, like I said, it comes down to the feet. And honestly, on that debate, I'm kind of with him.
Okay.
You know, like, and don't get me wrong, like I will, like, every couple days when I remember, I will go and I will wash my feet specifically. But usually I'm just like the soap, because I'm sudsing everything else up on my body. I use one of those rubber or silicone thingies. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look.
So,
Yeah, I know. You can use that on your body, and there's one that you can use on your hair too.
right. So I use one of those, and, you know, it suds me up, and then I'm just like, all right, well, the floor, I'm literally standing on soap and water right now. Why do I need to wash my feet? That's my thought process. So, you know, I don't know. Like, honestly, I feel like he said something that he knew was just going to be like, oh yeah, this is going to get them riled up. And then when you actually break it down, it's not that big of a deal. Maybe that's just me. But
I don't know, but I feel in Jason's, you know, he like, how do you not wash your feet after like a long football game? Like your feet must be stinking. It must be like barking at you, like
no, because like I said, after a football game.
I get that you're residue of soap, but I feel like you need to do more than just residue of soap.
But you got to remember too, after a football game, like these guys are probably taking like 15, 20-minute showers, if I had to guess. Like it's not like they're like in and out. So if I was in the shower for 20 minutes, I would think my feet were clean too.
Look, I guess I'm gonna have to reach out to Jason's wife and ask her about her husband's feet.
Kylie?
Yeah.
You and Kylie are good friends?
I said I'm gonna have to reach out. I'm gonna slide in the DMs, Kylie. I hope you answer me.
I'm sure you're gonna be the first one who's done that too. God.
Definitely.
Poor Kylie is probably just like, I don't even care about his stupid fat feet.
She's like, this is what I get for him retiring. Great.
Yep. Yeah, for him getting to talk for a living is what it is. All right. So going from one celebrity to another.
Okay.
So you sent me something the other day, and it basically it told me about how Jennifer Lopez was canceling her U.S. tour, right? And here's an article you guys can see. Why Jennifer? This is People Magazine. Why Jennifer Lopez is sad yet relieved to cancel tour. She needs time to take care of herself. Look, J.Lo's taking a lot of L's right now. Okay.
She is, unfortunately.
She's getting divorced from Ben for the second time, which, by the way, I have a theory on that I want to talk about at some point. So she's getting divorced. Her movie, we reviewed the movie, and that was garbage. And I guarantee you the documentary, it wasn't much better. And both of those probably, I'm guessing, didn't do great on streaming, because the only thing I ever heard about was people clowning on them.
Yeah. The album.
The album didn't do hot. Well. And now the tour is getting canceled. I'm just like, damn, I feel bad for Jenny. How will she be able to sleep at night knowing she's not loved? Okay.
On her $1 million pillows. I mean, what you mean?
Oh, God. I don't know. Like, because she also had another movie just come out, Atlas. It's on Netflix. And I have just heard, like, Like some good, some bad type stuff. So even this one, like she can't even get a win on Netflix, man.
Exactly. And then there's like this whole interview that she did with I think it was the Hollywood Reporter or something, and how Sterling K. Brown was like clowning on her. Have you heard about this?
No. First off, who is Sterling K. Brown?
Sterling K. Brown. Did you watch Black Panther?
Yeah.
He was his uncle. What's his face? Michael B. Jordan's dad when they were younger, before his brother shot him.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But he was also
in
This Is Us.
Yeah, he's the black guy in This Is Us. Let's be honest. That's how people know him. Very good actor.
Watched,
yeah, I know that, but that's how he became famous.
Okay.
And it's relatively soon enough, because it only went off the air in 22, that's still his thing.
Okay.
So
This Is Us, man. But yeah.
this is Us, man.
Anyways, so he's like clowning her because the interviewer asked J.Lo, was like, "Oh, what's your favorite comfort food?" I think, and she's like, "Oh, well, I'm Puerto Rican." And it's Sterling K. Brown was like, "Oh, you Puerto Rican?" And he starts speaking like
Spanish.
Spanish. I was like, "Do they speak Puerto Rican?" I was like, "Is that a different dialect?"
Do they speak Puerto Rican?
No, like, they have a different dialect. Like, I didn't know. But anyways.
So my Boricuas, I'm sorry, man. She doesn't know. It's the same thing. It's the same thing like when I try to do an impression of your parents.
No, it's not the same thing.
Pause. I'm trying to defend you. Relax. Let me get there. Let me cook, okay? It's the same thing like when I try and do an impression of your parents. I am not intentionally trying to come off as offensive, but in that I am still coming off as offensive. And that's what you just did. I'm saying, like, she had no bad stuff, peeps, okay? Okay? The Houstons are not going to be happy about this one.
Nobody cares about the Houstons. Anyways, why do you even bring them up?
You always gotta let your ops know that you talking about them, okay? So that's how it rolls.
Anyways, yeah, that whole interaction with.
So he was speaking Spanish.
Yes.
But how is he clowning on her? I'm still so confused.
You have to watch. I don't know how to explain it. You just have. I'll send y'all the clip somewhere. Somewhere. I'll send the clip. I was just cracking up.
But what about for the people who don't have the clip, Judy? What about Keith driving in his car right now? What is he doing during the summer? He's not listening to the podcast during the summer probably because he's just in his house.
Listens. No, he still listens. He listens to us at the gym.
Oh, fair enough. I don't know. Like, if I had summer break, I would just be on the couch all day. So I don't think about the fact that other people actually go out and do stuff still. My apologies. Okay.
No, he's still out there. He goes to the gym every day, and then now he's just binging Rick and Morty from the beginning. So
good for him. Oh. Yeah. Speaking of, because to me that's like American anime, and it's not, but because Avatar is, but we can get into that discussion another time. But they've dropped so many good anime on both Disney and Netflix over the past month or so. So I saw that like they had dropped Hajime no Ippo, which is a boxing anime, and I blasted the TV full ropes right at the TV, just full ropes. All right, back to J.Lo.
Okay, yeah, so she canceled her tour.
What else
has happened to this lady?
Well, so people are saying that, because she's gonna do the PR stuff and say, no, it's because this or that or whatever, right? But people are saying that her tour was being canceled not only because of all the bad publicity around her, but also because her tickets were way overpriced, right?
Okay.
So what this led into is another article I have right here where it says, and this is from Fortune website. Yeah, fortune.com. The funflation economy is dying as a consumer attitude of hard pass takes over and major artists cancel concert tours. So this is citing J.Lo. It's also citing the Black Keys. But had you heard of funflation before I read you this article?
No.
Right? Now, one could say, Judy, she like gets little snippets from here and there, but she likes to stay in her bubble. But I ingest everything, okay? And I hadn't heard of funflation either until this. So what did I do? Like a good millennial, I got on the Googles and I searched up funflation. And the only thing that I could find on it was something that's also in the same article where it references that the funflation was a result of overpriced concert tickets specifically for Taylor Swift and her Eras tour.
Yes.
And Beyonce and the tour she was doing.
Renaissance, yep.
So you could say, okay, maybe they were somehow benefiting from pre-inflation, not really, but kind of pre-inflation / people still had stimmy money left over, not really, but we can make that argument too. But it's literally two of the top rated artists in the world in Taylor Swift and Beyonce. So, of course, their ticket prices are going to be more expensive than anyone else's. J.Lo is not in that category. The Black Keys are not in that category. I could go on and on. I mean, after the ass whooping, Drake might not be in that category. But I digress. But my point is this whole funflation thing, like, people are just making up stuff so that they could yell at Taylor for having high ticket prices, essentially? What are we doing?
Okay, so I remember before we watched the J.Lo movie, I looked up how much her tickets were for her concert out there in Las Vegas. I didn't think they were expensive. Like, nosebleeds were like $50, $60.
See, I don't know. I don't know. This whole funflation thing was very bothersome to me. I'm sure people are saying a lot of different things, and really just nobody gave a shit about going to a J.Lo concert at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, her ticket sales weren't there. Remember? Like, this was months awant
I mean,
I'm like, nobody wants to go see J.Lo.
Well, if you do the math, right? Like, she was hot in the early 2000s, right?
Yeah.
She was hot then. Yeah. And then she decided, I'm going to go and do movies. And that's fine. You go do movies. But she decided, I'm going to go and do movies. And she would sprinkle in some, like, a song here and a song there, or she would go on tour or whatever, but really didn't try and actually do the music thing.
Yeah, did she really ever, like, go on tour, like, when she came out with I'm just being a devil's advocate and saying at some point she would instead of being like, I'm gonna just not film a movie for 3 months, I'm gonna go on tour. I'm assuming something like that for devil's advocacy, right? But my point is, no new music coming out. Really. No big albums, nothing that I can remember. And now she has her new stuff that if it was in the movie we saw, it was not good. And if it was not in the movie we saw, I haven't heard it anywhere else. Not on the radio, not on Apple, not in the Target, nowhere. No, literally.
So why would anyone go to this concert?
Yeah. Yeah. And what I remember is that initially her tour was supposed to be just for her album, but then she ended up changing it to be her greatest hits tour.
Yeah. Well, that was pivot one, because the album, no one had heard of it. No one heard anything. So Pivot One was new album. No. We bringing out the baddies too. Okay. And then it's like that's not working either. J.Lo, we gotta
all five of
figure something
them,
out.
all five of the baddies that she had.
Look, we're gonna do a concert where you do "I'm Real" 30 times in a row. Ja Rule needs this paycheck.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Complete side note, and I know we're probably running low on time.
No, we're good. We got about 8 minutes left.
We went to a concert last year where one of the openers was Sean Kingston. Do you remember Sean Kingston?
You're way too beautiful, girl.
Yes, that's Sean Kingston. He was the opener. He did 4 songs and then he bounced.
Yeah. Look, in my previous life of doing wacky morning radio with Judy and the Mad Dog, right? There was a running joke at the station because remember Lou Bega?
Yes.
Mambo number 5.
Number 5, yeah.
So he did one of the concerts for the radio station one year.
Okay.
And he did I want to say he did a 3 or 4 song set. And he started with Mambo 5 and ended with Mambo 5. Okay? He didn't have the bullets in that clip, okay?
They know what they're about and they know the songs and just the ones that people want and they laugh. That's it. What more can you ask for?
Oh, God. All right, with the time that we have left, and I don't even think we'll need all of the time to go through it, but I just want to say that there is something out there that Hollywood is doing that I think is fucking detrimental to society. Right?
Okay.
They're out here romanticizing this thing like it's something everyone should have the bliss of getting to do. And I'm here to tell you it's not true. You don't want to do it. It's a mistake. Stay away.
Stay away.
This thing, you may ask, is having sex in a pool.
Okay.
So, Judy, have you ever had sex in a pool?
I have, yes.
Now, how lubricative would you say water is? It's terrible, right?
It's terrible.
Right? It's terrible. You have to do so much finagling. Listen, I'm going to try and be as ungraphic about this as possible. But the amount of just loogie that I would have to spit into my hand to wind it up, right? So that you could slip it in real quick without all the it's liquid sandpaper that you're going against. So the amount to lube it up, it's not something. But here we are with fucking Hollywood, and in every movie where there's a pool, the guy just rolls up to the girl and like silk pillows, it glides right in. And they have this amazing moment and everything is cherished and they love each other forever. Or he's ruined his life because he was cheating on his girlfriend, whichever. But they make it seem so awesome. And then you girls, and I say this just because at the younger ages when guys are just trying to get it, you girls are like, we'll give it to you, but you got to romanticize us a little bit, right? So you'll be at the pool parties, be like, oh, it'll be so sexy right here. You don't want that. You don't want that as an early lifetime memory, okay? That is something that therapy will have to fix later on in life, okay? Stay away
and
from
hot
the pools.
tubs. And hot tubs.
Yeah, hot tubs. That's the other issue too, is because hot tubs are like playing tricks on you because you get in there, it's nice and warm. You're like, oh yeah,
ooh, nice and toasty, relaxed. Yeah.
You want to feel more relaxed? Yeah, a little helicopter action. What's up? And then same thing. You try, and for the longest time, I honestly thought that it was because of the chlorine, and I'm sure that does have something to do with it, right? But I thought it was but no, it's pretty much like that in any type of water.
Yeah,
Ocean,
the beach.
the
Don't do
pond.
it.
I mean, the
God.
beach is just, honestly, the ocean, that's
You're just
like,
asking for it.
yeah, because there's salt and sand. Like,
Yeah.
yo,
I don't
but
know what y'all
like,
be doing out here.
but lakes or, saltwater pools or what, like everything, just stay away from, maybe, also, hot take, okay, shower sex is overrated, okay, it just, pool sex is terrible, shower sex overrated, because you gotta,
so too.
you guys gotta fit at the perfect angle, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't care how small you are, at some age, my back is gonna go out, right? I can't just be fucking double clutch basket catching motherfuckers until I'm 60.
In the shower.
Okay? Yeah, exactly.
Of all
I can't be doing that in the shower. I'm gonna blow my back out. So
slip and fall and break
right.
it.
So you gotta really be at the perfect. Now there's other stuff that you could do in the shower. Yeah, right. But just as far as getting to the home run of it, nah, overrated. And PSA. Make sure you do not have sex in pools. Do not believe what the movies are lying to you about.
Yes. Especially now it's hot out in Vegas. Don't do it in those nasty day pool clubs either. That's just gross.
That's
grosser.
that's STD central. Yeah. Plus you're surrounded by people. Oh God.
I mean, look, whatever gets them off, but still don't do it.
No, not whatever gets them off. That's illegal.
Don't do it. We
don't kink shame you for it, but don't do it. Okay, that's once again, it's like the fucking Puerto Rican thing all over again. I gotta tell people you're not being offensive. What the hell is wrong with you today, Judy? Come on, lock it up. I'm over here batting 800, and you're just like, I just need a single out of you. That's a lie. You've been amazing today, but these two like highly offensive things they're a bit concerning. Okay.
Okay.
The EP is gonna yell at me. She's like, "Why didn't you defend my people?" Right. So I'm just trying to make sure that I don't get yelled at. Okay.
You're right.
So I will defend all of her kind. I am their new champion. I am the tip of their spear. I'm just yelling a lot because I got a minute left, but really, I already yelled about sex in pools, so I don't know. Okay. When we come back, honestly, we'll just talk when we come back. When I come back, I'm going to go through why the last 20 years of American history might be the worst. It might just be the actual worst. Oh man,
we might have to ask Keith about that as a U.S. history teacher.
Hell, he can fact check me, okay? Judy's got a list I'm very excited about.
Yes,
we're gonna do an "Am I Overreacting?" and kind of, sort of, the return of Judy's clueless NBA picks. I mean, you'll understand what we mean when we get to that part, sort of. But make sure you keep listening. Because, at any time a gong can go off and then I'll be all like, ah! But keep listening to this amazing show. It's a conversation with Judy and Ryan. Woo! Woo! I almost said bye. Oh my God! Welcome back to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. So, you know what? I asked for so little. I just asked for not even 10 seconds of silence, like 3. And right as I'm about to hit my little sound clacker to sync everything up, what do I hear? Ha 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 ha!
It's not what I sounded like, first of all.
I capture the person's essence. Okay. No,
so good.
Like, we were laughing at the break though because Judy revealed something to me. She tried to put me on blast in the previous segment, but she revealed something to me at the break. Judy, please tell the people what we all just found out.
I go, I don't think Keith actually teaches U.S. history. And then Ryan was like, what did he teach? I go, I honestly don't know. Like for this year, like this past year that the school year just ended, I honestly can't tell you like what subject he taught. Like I know what he did before that, and I know what he's gonna do in the next school year. But honestly, and I'm just like, oh my God.
All those days of Keith coming home and being like, babe, I'm so excited about my job tomorrow. I mean, yeah, the kids suck, but I get to teach about Abraham Lincoln, and all of that, gone. Just gone.
All I heard was terrible kid. These kids suck. I'm like, look.
Oh,
Anyways, but I do know next year he is teaching AP World History.
Okay. So, well, I just wanted everyone to know what I have to put up with on the show. Okay, I get it. She's your queen. I get it, but you know, this is what I have to put up with.
It's okay. We make mistakes.
Yeah. See, this is the issue I have with it, and I'll be brief on this, okay? The issue I have is that you're so quick to want to put me in my place that you just jump, because the EP does this too, okay? You guys are so quick to be like, I gotcha, that it's like, oh, I just did something that's gonna not work out as well. But then because I'm the monkey, because I'm the one who makes the funny ha-has, and I'm the one who at times is a bit over the edge. I get it. I have to just sit there and be like, oh, it's cool. Yeah, you did something just to spite me, but it's fine. Whatever. It's cool. Thanks, Judy. Thanks. I don't know if I want to do the show anymore. That's a lie. I want to do the whole show. All right. By the way, guys, thank you for listening to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Rate us, review us, 5 stars, likes, follows, shares. Most importantly, comments. I would love to talk to some people. But no.
Yeah.
But yeah, the most important thing is we're small, we're trying to grow. Share our content. If you like listening to it, someone else might too. And if they don't, fuck them. They're not cool. All right? So make sure you please share the content. And, you know, wherever you are, just stop, look around, and just say, listen to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. If you're in your car, roll the window down and do it, right? I don't want you just yelling to yourself. We want you to spread the word. So like I said, you're in the car, lower the window. Listen to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. The person next to you will look over, and then you'll drive away. And then they'll just be like, I need to listen to this thing. I need to figure it out. Let them be an adult. It's fine. We're not asking you to hold their hand. If you're at work, all staff email, and executives included. We don't need anything in the body of it, just in the subject line, listen to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. All right.
Perfect.
Now, before we went to our break, I said that I truly do think this, that when you look at it and you compare the last 20 years of U.S. history to any other 20-year period, you can make, well, other 20-year period in our history, I should say, you can make a real debate that the last 20 years have been the worst 20 years. So, in search of knowledge through that, I went and I did my doctorate. And I have something from every year pretty much towards the end. I kind of just lumped some stuff together. You'll understand when we get there. But okay. I did a year by year thing, and I took what I thought was pretty much the worst things that happened from that year. And you guys know how I feel about this, but I specifically excluded anything that dealt with a shooting, a mass shooting, a specific assassination, anything like that. I excluded that because otherwise we would have been here for 3 shows worth of me just doing that. So I skipped that. But we're going to get into this. So, like Miss Drizzle, like Miss Drizzle, Lord Drizzle King, Frizzle Drizzle, get it? Ha! I don't know what that was that just came out of my mouth.
Okay.
Ooh. We're going to go year by year since... so this starts in 2003. You'll understand in a minute. But really, we're just going since I graduated from high school in 2004. Okay?
Okay.
Now, 2004 or 2003, 4, 5, 6, right? So 4, 5, and 6. I'm actually going to say things were okay. Why? Because that was when we had the Hooters airline. Look at this. If you're on at TBPOD, you could see that you could get on a plane and get served by Hooters girls. Now, you may be thinking, well, yeah, but I go on a plane now and I get served by flight attendants. Nay, nay, I say. Because on top of having the Hooters girls there were also flight attendants. The fact that we had this kind of bullshit ass money in 2003 to 2006, things must have been good. Okay? Things must have been real good. So things must have been so good that I didn't feel the need to actually go and look at what was going on then. So we jumped to 2007, which was the beginning of a little thing called the financial crisis, which also led to the Wall Street issues, which also led to the bailout, which if you don't think that has anything to do with the inflation we're dealing with right now, you're retarded. And then that also led to the housing crisis. All these things were part of what we would also like to call the Great Recession. Okay? Going to that's also for 08. Okay, so both of those things,
07,
all that
08.
07, 08. 09. Circuit City closed all of its locations. All of them.
Yeah, that happened in 2009.
Let's see. Oh, in 09, the Great Recession finally ends. But even in something good, something bad must happen. Unemployment continues to climb and hits a high of 9.5%, which is the highest it had been since 1983. Okay. That was also the year that a group of individuals called the Tea Party got together. I'm not saying anything specifically about that is bad, but as we continue to go on and other things, they have some sprinkles in there we'll talk about. All right, jump into 2010. Remember when BP dumped like all of the oil in the ocean? Mm-hmm. That happened in 2010.
Damn.
I think people are still getting oil fires in the ocean out there because of how much was dumped. Okay? Jump into 2011. And I say this because never in my history had a president on this level been treated so disrespectfully. Obama was being called a non-American citizen, and people were saying that his birth certificate was fabricated. Right? Like he wasn't born in Hawaii. Also, Jerry Sandusky, remember that piece of shit? He got arrested / convicted of all of the child molestation accusations he had been accused of at Penn State. 52 of them. 52. I hope you are burning in hell. You are terrible. All right. So going to 2012, this one's just kind of sad. Encyclopedia Britannica and Newsweek both stopped publishing physical editions. You're now only able to get their information online.
Digital, okay.
Digital, yes. Let's see. Oh, Hurricane Sandy also happened in 2012. Remember how that just shut down the East Coast for like 3 weeks? That was fun. It sure did. That was fun. All right. Going to 2013. The Boston Marathon bombing. Oof. Right? Also that year, Sharknado came out. And that birthed 87 Sharknadoes. And it's just, I hate that this became so popular because it became popular because people were just like, everything else kind of, like we have zombies and we have a random Marvel movie because they hadn't ramped it up yet like they do now. Yeah. And we're kind of just bored. So when Sharknado came out, like, we have something that's just goofy. That would not survive in today's life where the internet is so much more prevalent. All right.
Yep.
And then Oh, also in 2013, sad face, Paul Walker died.
Family.
Sad.
2014, Flint, Michigan switches its water source and ends up in a water crisis that lasts until 2017. Remember when people in Michigan were turning their water on and it was able to be lit on fire because of all the fracking that was being done? Yeah, so by the way, they didn't fix it by fixing the issue in the water. They fixed it by just going back to their old water source of the Detroit city water supply. So, awesome job.
Has it been fixed now, though? Like,
I don't know if I don't know. All I know, I didn't need to do research on other stuff, okay? I just needed it for 20 years.
For that year.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, going to 2015. This is the year of the high-profile person going down. Bill Cosby arrested and at that time accused, since then convicted of doing some dirty stuff to some women. I'm just going to leave it at that. All right?
Yep.
Jared Fogle, Mr. Subway guy, arrested. You're just as bad as Sandusky.
Yeah.
When you die, you are going to go. And look, if you pledge your life to getting help and actually cleanse yourself of it, okay. Sandusky is dead. He died a terrible person, and he physically took advantage of a lot of people. You enabled it. No, fuck you. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be inclusive. There's just not room for everyone in this world. When you die, I'm not hoping it's anytime soon, but when you do, in jail, you piece of shit, I hope you go to hell. All right. And then last but not least, in 2017, the whole world said that Colin Kaepernick was a traitor because he took a knee.
Yep.
God, the whole world said, you are no longer American because you're standing up for Americans. Jesus Christ. All right. Going to 2016, Trump was elected president. Now, pause real quick. This isn't about politics. I don't care enough about his politics to say whether him being president's good or bad. The only thing I've ever said, and I'll do this briefly, the only thing I've ever said as to why I think he was a mistake to be president, not to say that Hillary was a good choice, but was because you don't elect someone or you don't put someone in a position that is, while similar to, unlike anything they have ever done before, and expect them to be able to prevail in a time period of only 4 years. Now, you could say 4 years should be plenty of time. Okay, let me do this for you. Judy, who would you say is the best coach in the NBA?
Like overall or current? I don't know.
Current. Who's the best coach right now?
Oh my God, I don't know any coaches.
Just any coach.
Okay, Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd. Okay, yeah, he's led his team to they're in the NBA Finals. Last I saw, they were getting slapped around, but it's okay. It'll be fine. So you take him. Usually I use Greg Popovich when I make this example because he's had so much success over so long. Yeah. But you could say Jason Kidd. You could say Steve Kerr. You could say, what's the dude's name in Miami? I forget right now, but any of those guys. Yeah, Spoelstra.
Well, I like how I now know more people.
So take any of those guys and put them on a team in the NFL, right? Mm-hmm. And yes, they can hire whomever they want to be a coach or whatever, but they, at the end of the day, have to do their job. They cannot just, in this scenario I'm putting up, they have to do their job. They cannot just say, I'm going to let everyone else do everything because they know better than me and I'm just going to chill until we win a championship. All right?
Right.
Now, on top of that, the first 2 years of their tenure, they are also trying to actively bring in new talent that fits their system, right? And I say that because as a one-to-one, that's what a new president does. They try to, in their first 2 years, and they have the most amount of power, try to take out the stuff that they hated from the other party to be able to try to instill their other stuff. And that's not a Republican thing or a Democrat thing. That's a political thing.
It's all people.
So now they have had half their time period is just gone. So instead of being able to actually do anything in the first 2 years, they've now actually only got 2 years to do anything. So do you think someone with no experience doing that, after maybe 2 years of experience, but really not really because you didn't have your pieces,
Right.
do you think that they would be able to win a championship in the following 2 years?
No.
Right? But that's what we asked of Trump to do. Because, yes, it is true. He is a businessman. A lot of business stuff happens because of deals and stuff with people you know personally. And, yes, he had relationships with people in Capitol Hill. But it's a whole nother animal when you actually have to be at those meetings, time in and time out, and you're doing all the extra things. It's the same thing of how people argue about working from home compared to working at the office, right? You do not have nearly as many conversations, whether they be good or bad for time management, at home as you would at the office, right? So in my opinion, it was dumb to let him become a candidate. But whatever, that part's neither here nor there. The issue I actually have with it and why it became something so detrimental to the history of our society is because I honestly think, and it was like I said, remember we talked about the Tea Party, from that point on, it was a slow build to when Trump got elected and the way that he got elected, that we as an American society decided that we no longer even had to pretend to be nice. We no longer had to pretend to be civil. If we didn't like you, we could just say, fuck you, you're stupid. Oh, you have facts? I don't like your facts, you're dumb. Oh, but you went to school? Your school's stupid, so ha ha ha. That's what we became. Like it or don't like it, that's what you guys voted for. Just like, I'll put myself on the cross, okay? Just like I voted for a black guy in 2008 because I wanted to see a black guy be president in 2008. He could have honestly said, I'm going to take all the money and just put it in my pocket, and I still would have voted for him. All right? It's the same way that Republicans were in 2016. They were so tired of everything that they said, screw it, we'll go with a guy who says whatever he wants, literally said, I will grab someone by their pussy, and became president. All right. So I'm going to just lump the next 4 years in together right there. Then go into 2020. Oh, COVID hit. We all know about COVID. Okay. So COVID takes 21 and 22. Then we get to the year 23. Two things happen that really stuck in my craw, right? Okay. The first one, Roe v. Wade was overturned. We once again told all women you don't get to have rights over your own bodies. Whether you like it or don't like it, I cannot understand a world in which we, even if you just say you can't have an abortion post, what's a ridiculous number? 8 weeks, okay? Which is stupid because nothing is formed at that point. But you can't have abortion past 8 weeks. Okay, but at least it still gives you some sort of option rather than now that this is overturned, you just are at the whim of whatever psychotic politician is at that moment. Either way.
Yeah.
And also this one, Damar Hamlin, he collapsed on the field in the middle of a game. Now, that wasn't what was bad. What was bad was that they essentially canceled that game, and it really screwed me over in my fantasy. Like, I was about to win that week, and then he collapsed, and then that game just no longer. I end up fourth. I need to be in third to get in the money. Damn it!
Was that 23?
That was 23.
I thought that was 22. Wow. Okay.
It was because it was at the very beginning of 2023. So that's why it feels like, because then a whole like Super Bowl and everything else happened.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I would love if anyone out there can tell me why a different 20-year span of U.S. history is worse than the 20 years I've gotten to experience since I graduated high school. And I'll even put it like this too. Like, I get a lot of bad stuff happen. It wasn't like I made it work. I figured it out. I still continue to figure it out. I'm not trying to sit here and say
we still here
that things are impossible, right? There were I had good times during a lot of that shit. I had some real good times going. And then divorce. Anyway, my point is just like, yeah, if you could come up with a different 20 years, I'm here to hear it. But yeah.
I'd love to hear it. Yeah, you know what?
All right, Judy.
Yes. Woo,
You came up with a list, and as soon as you told me about this, I was really excited. And then the reason that, like, the example you gave got me even more excited because it was something I could argue with, right? So, oh man, I'm very. Oh, okay, hit me with it. Let's go.
Okay. So we're playing a game called. Well, I try to be inclusive, so I said he, she is a 10, but
they're a 10, but
they're a 10, but. All right, so I have just a few that I want. To get your opinion on.
Just so you know, that's my cheat code. Anytime I'm trying to refer to someone that I'm even like 80% on what their gender is, they.
No, it's true. Even when I do emails and I don't know if like Charlie is a girl because she goes by like, or as a man, I'll be like, oh, are they available?
Yeah.
it's just very easy. Okay, anyways. Okay, so they're a 10, but they still live with their parents.
What would you rate this person?
A 3.
You rate them a 3?
Yeah.
You're rating Tommy DeVito, starting quarterback for the New York Giants, a 3?
Yes. Tommy,
Wow.
still looking at you. I hope you do your own laundry now. Damn.
I mean, I guess it would depend on the circumstances because that's something that's much more common with the way things are right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and by that I mean like, how are they living at home? Because that's for me, Tommy DeVito, perfect example. Like, he lives at home for pure convenience. He does not have to, but it's something that just makes the most sense for him. He's out there still working every day, still being a productive member of society. Like, yeah, it raises red flags. I'm not saying that, but I wouldn't say that he is a 3. I would give him like a 6 status. But if you're at home and you're just, blowing Cheeto dust off your stomach, that's, you a 3. Okay, my boy, you got to figure that out. All right, next one.
Okay, they're a 10, but they use Snapchat as their primary form of communication.
Primary form?
Primary form, not text, not call, Snapchat.
Oh, that's going to be... I'm going to say a 5, actually.
A 5. Okay, that's
And
higher than I expected.
Well, I say 5 because, it'll be a little annoying, but I don't think Snapchat you can do phone calls, right?
You can.
Oh, you can't? Oh, 2. I thought I was getting out of phone calls. But if I could still get a phone call, then no, 2.
You can. 2. Okay, I said 2 also.
Okay.
I was like, where's Ryan going with this? Like, no, don't you? Who does that?
I thought, because like for me, Snap, it would mostly at that point just be texting and like your random like video, whatever, right? But not
like
actual
a little
phone
snippet.
calls.
No.
But no, if I can actually get a phone call still, nah, pass. I'm trying for less emotional contact, okay?
Okay. They're a 10, but they don't have a car.
This would depend on where we live, and it would also depend on like what their expectations are. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say if it's someone who they don't have a car, they would also expect me to drive them everywhere. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with, even if they're crazy, like this is for someone who's crazy hot and like I'm with them because I'm afraid that this is going to be the hottest person I'll ever have a chance with type shit. So I'm going to say even under those circumstances, 3.
Okay, yeah. I would say 3. Yeah.
Like there's certain places where you don't need a car as much, and we live in an Uber society too, but you cannot get around Las Vegas without a car. It's just not possible. So
Not possible. No. They're a 10, but they're unemployed.
same thing though, circumstances, right? So let's say they're unemployed. Let's say they're unemployed because they have a dream of becoming the world's greatest grass artist, where they burn art in grass.
How about we say they're unemployed? They're in between jobs.
Right. No, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If it's just regular unemployed in between jobs, like you got laid off and you're looking, okay, whatever. Like that doesn't even factor to me, because now maybe depending on why you got fired, right? Like you blew some shit up. But like other than that doesn't factor me. But that's what I'm saying. If it's like, if the reason is because they have they're making a decision in life that is just woefully irresponsible. And that's why I said, because even if you're unemployed because you are chasing a dream of having your own business, like I can't really be mad at you for going after that kind of thing. But if it's something that is absurd, like burning art into grass, then that becomes, I'm going to say, honestly, let's give it an average of 3.5. Just across the board. There you go.
Okay, funny story.
What'd you do for that one?
They don't have a car. I would say a 3. But
no, we're unemployed.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Is that what I? Oh no, I said
you just
they
said
have a car.
car.
Oh, sorry. Unemployed. 2.
2? Okay, so you're okay.
Yeah,
what were you gonna say then?
Funny story though. I dated a guy who lived with his parent, was unemployed, and didn't have a car.
Yeah, you used to live in the hood. That doesn't surprise me at all.
But he didn't live in the hood. I mean, he lived with his parents.
That's why you were dating him. You're like, oh, his family got money.
No, it was just funny because he'd be like, oh, I can't, like, my mom has the car.
Oh, God.
I was like, Judy, why did you date this man for like a month?
How did booty calls work with that? You would have to go pick him up, huh? You would have to go pick him up?
Or if we were already out. I don't think we had booty calls at that point.
He would text you. He'd be like, yo, let me spank you. Come on over, get me.
Come over and get me.
My mom has the car. I need you to come get me.
Damn, that's so sad. Oh, God. Anyway. All right. They're a 10, but they smoke cigarettes.
Ooh, and this is going to be highly hypocritical for me.
Okay. Did you just freeze?
I don't think so.
You're freezing.
I mean, maybe
You're
mentally,
freezing.
but
You're freezing.
Okay. We're just going to, everybody stay calm. Everything's fine.
Okay, you're back.
With all the medicine I do, this is kind of highly hypocritical of me. But because of all the explicit medical research and science that's been behind it, I'm going to say, and this is specifically cigarettes, I'm going to say a 1.
Specifically cigarettes, yes.
Yeah. Okay,
0.
we can talk about vapes, like don't Juul, not cool still. But we can talk about that stuff, it's different. But yeah, specifically cigarettes. You said 0?
I said 0.
Okay, I thought it was scale from 1 to 10. I'll go 0.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna still say 0, just cause my dad is a cigarette smoker like my whole life, and God, I just hate it so. It stinks. It's like, even when we just stay a few days at their house, when we go to Vegas, my clothes stink. I go, how do I just smell like cigarettes? It just clings to you, and I don't understand.
I'm trying not to do an impression of your dad asking you to get him a Diet Coke and cigarettes. Because you said he liked drinking it was Diet caffeine-free Diet Coke.
Caffeine-free.
Yeah.
I love how you remember that.
Well, yeah, because like who the fuck drinks, except in the 90s, who the fuck drinks caffeine-free Diet Coke? There's nothing good about it at that point. There's nothing good. Even you could say the 0 calories doesn't matter because you're going to die in 3 weeks from all the chemicals. All Are there any more?
Oh man, I have he's a 10. So I don't know if you want to rate that.
All right, I'll do it.
All right, these I read on Twitter, and I just was just laughing. I wish I had like EP on here so she can give me her rating. Okay, but he's a 10, but he beats his meat with a butt plug in on video.
On video? Okay, no. This is not on the number scale. That's a hard pass. That is, unless you also are into doing stuff like that, that is not someone you want to get involved with. That is, because look, that is their like Monday through Friday. Could you imagine how they get Saturday night? Okay, if my normal is on video with a butt plug, can you imagine when I'm like, I really want to get into it? You're not ready. That is not a number. That is a hard pass. And that goes both ways. If she likes to flick her bean, look, and it's not because of the butt plug. It's mostly because of the video. We can work with the butt plug, but the fact that you want to also throw it out there. Oh, no, because that's how you end up having sex on a skyscraper, and then the elevator gets jammed, and then you have to explain to the janitor why you're up there, okay? That's an unrelated story. Anyways,
okay, last one. He's a 10, but he grunts like the Hulk when he comes.
I guess it would just be like he's like, right? Like that? Okay, so I gotta imagine it, because I'm not, like, I wouldn't be in that position, so. Although, could you imagine if, like, when she finished, if she sounded like the Hulk? That would, you did great! I don't know. I feel like annoying, but not detrimental. I'll go 7.
A 7. Interesting.
Yeah.
I would probably do like a easy 4. It'd be a little awkward.
Here's my thought. You're right, awkward, but also it's awkward depending on the type of sex you're having. Like if you're having slow, romantic, nice sex, then it's going to be awkward at the end when the candles are lit and he blows it out by going,
like he does it every time. Doesn't matter.
No, I get that. Yeah. So, but if it's like regular sex, I feel like that's going to be like, let's say 60-40 annoying to not annoying. Right. Mm-hmm. But then when you get that hot ass fucking and he finishes and he's deep, and he's like, you gonna be so fucking happy that you hear that sound? You're like, yeah, that's right, daddy. I did my job, didn't I? Yes, you are. Don't you fucking act like you're not. We all know, because not just you, it's anyone in that position. When it's like primal sex, when you guys are like just not even anger sex, but during the course of it, it stopped being sex and it kind of became a fight where you're just like, who is gonna stay going longer, right? And then at the end of it, just yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. See. Not you, but there are so many.
Still a 7. Good job.
There's so many women with moist panties right now thinking about that.
This is the beginning of your smut book.
That's right. It's just. I bet you're wondering how I got into this position. All right. We got 9 minutes left. Okay. We got 9 minutes left. So I wanted to. I tried to go so fast through the 20 years of misery, and it still took almost 20 fucking minutes. I wanted to bring up the NBA. The finals are happening. Yeah, I think that game's over. Who won? It is Thursday as we're recording this, so I want to see. Looks like the Celtics beat the Mavs by 18. Ooh,
the Boston the Bostons.
So the Bostons. So I was gonna go back and just do a full reiteration of all of the picks from the NBA playoffs, but let's be honest. Judy doesn't care. She doesn't care about how she did. She picked, what were your teams to go all the way, Judy?
The Dallas Mavericks and the Orlando Magic.
See, the fact that you picked the Magic, you didn't care. Okay. And then I think on my end, it's not like I super cared. I just went chalk and I said Denver and Boston. So somehow we both lucked ourselves into getting one team each into the finals.
Exactly.
All right, real quick, Judy, who do you think is going to win the NBA Finals this year? Dallas Mavericks, Boston
I'm going to still try
Celtics.
to go for the home team of the Mavs.
Okay, that makes sense. Sense.
Home team.
So I really want to go with the Celtics to go against you, but I would be lying if I wasn't actively rooting for Hookah Doncic. I love just calling him Hookah now because he smokes the competition. What?
Wow.
I know. But also he loves to smoke his hookah.
I believe it.
I've actively been rooting for the Mavericks ever since they have been playing. Ever since they were playing the Oklahoma City Thunder. So I'm with you. I hope that Dallas wins. All right, we got that out of the way. Yeah. I want to know. You brought this up the other day in our chat, and I've been wanting to know the origin of this whole time.
Okay.
Apparently, you just bring it out. You just explain it because I don't want to screw it up.
So, before the Stanley Cup final starts, it was the Dallas Stars and the Edmonton Oilers in the Western Conference Finals. Mm-hmm. So the Stars lost. And one of my coworkers asked me, we talk about hockey all the time. He's like, "Oh, are you sad that the Stars lost?" I go, "No, I'm happy they lost." I go, "What you mean?" Like, "I hate the Stars" type thing. He's like, "Oh, but shouldn't you root for the team that beat your team?" I go, "Why would I want that to happen?" Like, just because you knocked my team out means I have to root for you? Like, no, I would want you to lose because you knocked my team out.
So I actually disagree with you usually on this one. Mm-hmm. I am a proponent of, well, if my team can't win, at least I can say we got beat by the team that won it all. So really, who's to say that we weren't the second best team in the league, right? It's a way for me to trick myself.
Yeah.
Now that goes out the window when there's personal beef, right? So perfect example was this year in the NBA, the Lakers, or my basketball team that I follow, the Lakers played against the Nuggets, and as the Nuggets were favored to do, they beat the Lakers. So I was like, okay, I don't have any issues with the Nuggets. It's not like they're the Clippers. It's not like they've been talking mad shit. Yeah, they got a couple digs in last year, but I think they were just like enjoying the moment. But there was no real beef, so I was hoping that they would go the whole way. And then they got waxed in the next round by a young team, so now my Lakers are just like, we might win after LeBron retires. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe. But however, going back to hockey, fuck Dallas. Okay?
That's what I said.
They are a little, like, they talk way too much shit. They are way too feisty. We're not even in the same division, and we got beef like that. Because it's the same thing. Because it'd be the same thing if, like, if the Avalanche won, or I love them, but if the Ducks won, or I love them too, but if the Kraken won and beat us in the playoffs, like, I can't root for the division rival to go all the way. Mm-hmm. But if it's just a team that like just happened to, because of where we ended up, and it just happened to beat me, okay, cool. I would hope that they go all the way. But I was so happy when Edmonton beat the fuck out of Dallas.
Me too. And it's funny because I talk so much shit. Like, I still, not as much as before, but on Twitter, I just put little, like, like I did the Oilers and then the little, the little emoji. Like, and then
And then someone would say something to you, and you'd hit him with a Pikachu.
Just walking around gallivanting away.
Oh god.
Yeah, I love doing that, like, little passive aggressive tweets here and there just to piss off like the Stars fans on my feed because they're talking so much shit after they beat Vegas. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Oh god, I was so happy because here's the other thing. I don't want the Panthers to win either. I'm going full Edmonton now.
Right, yeah, full Edmonton.
Because the Panthers were a little... You know what? I don't know if it was actually the Panthers were nah, fuck them. They were kind of dicks last year.
They were dicks last year.
And then also, maybe this is just me feeling biased because it's my team. I don't feel like the Knights really got their shine like they should have. Like, it feels like everyone, when they were talking about it, was like, man... They got hot. They did everything they needed to, but not like good for them for winning and doing something that a lot of other teams still haven't been able to fucking do in only 6 years. In Foley, we trust. But I'm getting out of pocket on this. Okay,
anyways,
but that's what I'm saying is that I really hope, and I'm saying it now, and I'm gonna curse them because I'm like Drake, but I really hope Edmonton beats the Panthers. So.
Look, Drake also cursed the Mavs because apparently he put like $500K down for the Mavs to win the finals. So
and the other $500K on the Oilers. So
did
yeah. Because
damn it, Drake!
It's so stupid. Why is it Drake's betting habits? Why does that make Bleacher Report?
Yeah.
All right. We got 2 minutes left. I could blast through this. Am I overreacting? Real quick. We'll go a little over, but
give us the gist of it.
All right. Am I overreacting? My roommate used my bed for sex. Hey, folks. My 30 male best friend Alex had a 30 male huge falling out with his family for career reasons. They threw him out, and he moved in with me. I'm paraphrasing certain things. Now, one thing I noticed about Alex after a few weeks is that he is quite sexually active. Nothing against that. Alex. Nothing like that. His life, his fun. He uses his guest bed for this too, and I'm okay with that as well. Then he goes on about having this tradition about meeting his parents for dinner on the weekends. I believe it's Friday nights. And how this specific day, he ended up not going to his parents' house for whatever reason and ended up going home instead, but didn't tell his roommate that he was coming home. Just came home.
Okay.
It was then that I noticed, one, the door to the guest room, which is the opposite of the entrance door at the end of the corridor, was open. And two, the noises came from my right, which was the door to my room. So after I realized 1 + 1 = 2. Oh, because he's talking about when he came into the house. I apologize. When he came into the house, he heard sex noises, right?
Okay.
So he's noticing that the sex noises are not coming from where they're supposed to be. I stormed into my own room and saw Alex plowing some girl on my bed.
Oh.
I screamed at both of them, demanding the girl to get the fuck out of my flat and asking Alex if he had lost his mind. Another thing that I need to add, if it matters, I don't know, is the fact that I'm gay. I don't know why I wanted to change it to a homosexual. I felt like I wasn't allowed to say gay real quick. My bad. That I'm gay, which Alex has known ever since school. So not only did I have to think that my best friend was using my bed, but also that one woman or more may have been on there as well, which absolutely disgusted me. Seeing the sheet, then a small puddle of what could only have been some girl's juice was even more sickening to me. Oh, God. All right.
Oh.
So he's upset that his roommate had sex on his bed with a girl.
Is it because of with the girl or just in general?
He literally said he hated that there was a girl's juices on his bed, okay?
Okay, I wonder if his tone would change if it was a dude. I don't know.
Yeah, he'd be like, he had sex, but at least it's with our kind. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it comes off, and I don't even know the word for it, but it comes off as real, like, the opposite of homophobic, right? Like, it comes off as a gay person being heterophobic towards a straight person. And I only say that because of the girl aspect. Now, going over to the fact that he had sex in his roommate's bed, if it was me, I would have been upset. But if I was the roommate walking in, I'd be like, bro, what the fuck? And he would have been like, I thought you was gone. I do this. I wash the sheets. I take, then it's like, all right, like, just not again, please. Or ask me, let me know first. Like, like, help. But that's, to me, I think he's overreacting. I think that that he has a point of being upset that it happened, right?
Yeah.
But get the fuck out.
No, I just think it's just an odd, I feel like it's like an odd invasion of privacy. Like, of all rooms, why are you in here? Like, this is my space. It's like I don't.
So what I did is I just put my own reasoning into it, and I assume that the guest bed is not nearly as nice as his bed.
Okay, right? So you put your own twist.
Yeah, like, to me, the guest bed is like one of those fold outs that they bring you when you need an extra thing in your hotel room. And then his bed is like a nice, king's, let's say king's, even California or queen size. I mean,
queen size.
Let's go California king. But no, like, it's a nice queen size bed. You can sprawl out. It doesn't make you feel like you're in a dorm room.
Right.
But that's why I figured,
Okay, that was good.
But there are other things too, like, depending on, because there were times that I did something like this. It wasn't my roommate specifically, but I ended up hooking up in someone else's bed, and that person was out of town, and also there was a party at their house, and I got hammered. Right? So I just got in the bed, and then this person followed me. What was I supposed to do? I was along for the ride at that point. I'm an innocent victim.
Yeah,
I don't know why you got so mad at me, Bradley.
Brad.
So I think that he has a point of being upset. I do think he is overreacting in general, though. So
okay.
And very, like I said, heterophobic. We don't like the heterophobia around these parts.
Yeah,
it's not like their sweat is gonna make you go straight. Okay, can't drink from the same water fountains. Fuck. All right, before I go on the whole thing, that'll do it for a conversation with Judy and Ryan this week. Thank you guys for listening to the show, watching the show, ingesting the show, however you do. Regardless of if you like, share, subscribe, no matter what, we appreciate that you're here. And honestly, if there's anything that you would want us to add to the show, do you want us to talk about certain things? Do you want us to shut up about certain things? Let us know. We can only know if you tell us. But
if you want to be a guest on our show,
yeah, we're just taking whomever at this point. Like, as long as you have an internet connection. And I saw a bum last week with an internet connection, so it's not like anyone can't have one. As long as you have an internet connection, we will take you. But no, thank you guys for listening, and we will be back right here on a conversation with Judy and Ryan. Bye. Bye.